Well, here I am back at the 7, just to give myself a bit more work to do. I think where I left it before was I had the dash. The dash is all back in now, and the steering wheel back on. I sort of cleaned up everything sort of on here. It's I sort of just taken out all the screws and everything, and tried to clean it up as best as possible here. Now inside the air vents here, before I put everything back together again, I actually put in a felt backing and put neoprene around the edges, so it's nice and clean, as it were, and the vent shuts. The actions of the levers for the controls work fine, even the cigar lighter works. And yeah, I've tried to do something with the vinyl. It's very hard to clean this vinyl. It still looks dirty now. I mean, I scrubbed it with soapy water and let it dry. But I mean, it's one of those last jobs to do, really. I just try to get as much muck off as possible, and I cleaned out all underneath there. Under the gear lever, a lot of dust and stuff. It needs new carpets, but you know, I'm a bit hesitant to do that at the moment. You know, it just becomes, when you start doing it, you can't help but start stripping stuff down. As you can see there, I've got the neoprene in the edging of the dashboard, and the clock has stopped again. I'm just going to give up on the clock, to be honest with you. It's one of those things. And I've got the cowling centre back on. I had to get some new screws for the cowling, and that's all secure now. The only thing that doesn't work on the wipers is the push down one. Now I'm going to have to try and work out what that is. Usually you've got 2 speeds for the wipers and the push for the wash on the right hand stick, and the only thing that doesn't work is the if you push down once, you get a momentary wipe, or just a one wipe. That doesn't work, so I need to sort that out. I've got all the I've got the bulbs working in the lights. If I put the lights on, so I've got the fog light lamps working. You might be able to see that that's on. Take it off. You see, so that's the rear fog lamp. I don't have any fog lamps on the front, and the hazard light now works as well. See that flashing, and the holders in there, you know, for the lamps themselves, they're push fit, but the lamps, the cables tend to just open up the metal connections, so they can stop working easily. And the rear start works for the dash brightness, but not that you ever need it. And the only other thing I had was with the handbrake. When I had the handbrake off, the near side wheel tended to be a bit more resistant to rotate than the driver's side, than the offside. So I stripped it down, and yeah, she's not looking too bad at all there. It's all pretty clean. There's the brake pads, the drum brakes off, and there's the drum wheel itself. Now, to get the screw out, I had to actually get a bit of a hammer on the bolt on the hub securing nut, as it were, which sits in, and usually the same old problems, but nothing major. And as you can see underneath, it's not looking too bad, but I'm just going to go to town, and I can feel myself. I'm going to start rubbing all this down and probably get a couple of tins of Hammerite, and I don't think it needs to come off, to be honest with you. It just doesn't look very pretty, but it's well protected, I've got to say. It doesn't go out in the wet, and you know, it's I'm a bit loath to start taking all this off, to be honest, because it's all dry. And like I say, with the you can see as I rotate this one, the axle turns nicely. There's no backlash in it. Even if I move it a smidgen, you might be able to see that axle move. Yeah, she's very not too much, tiny bit of backlash, but nothing major at all. So I've got, what have I got on order for this? I've got, where the rear handbrake comes in here, I've got the cable off. I'm just cleaning up the connection into some white spirit there because it's full of gunk, as you can imagine. Doesn't look very pretty. Now there's a gland which goes on around here, and I'll show you that now. Where the handbrake, this is the handbrake lever which goes into the back here, and that comes in this side here, and it comes through and attaches to one of the brake pads. So when you pull the handbrake, it actually, you probably could be able to see the wear on one of the pads. Sorry, this one, on one of the pads. That's where it's gripping on the handbrake. You can see the slight dullness on that brake pad there. You can see that's where the shoe sits to hold the car. So, but the gland itself, the dust protector, was, when I took all the stuff off, it was actually cheekily taped up. I've never, I mean, it's obviously split. I mean, it's not an MOT failure, but I thought, that's no good, is it? I'll have to get another one of those. So I've got 2 of these on order, and they should be here today. And looking underneath this one, I don't think that one's in the same. Let's get the light on that for you. I'm not sure if that one is the same. I'm not in my work clothes at the moment, so I don't really want to spend too much time. So no, I don't think that's it's bad. But you can see that handbrake lever there, the adjuster mechanism. Just needs to be cleaned up as well. But yeah, dry as a bone. I'll take that side off and just check inside, but it all looks pretty good. So once I've got this hub off, I'm going to clean all this up. I might even give it a spray of paint, maybe take the half shaft off. We'll see. I'd like to get this thing, because it's a bit corroded inside. Now the hub itself is in pretty good condition. As I say, it's very good condition indeed. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that. Don't think I need to spray that at all, just clean it, give it a rub down. Yeah, so that's where I am at the moment. Now I have done the front bumper. I've got a new centre section bumper coming. So I've got the bumper off here. There's a bit of damage on the fiberglass there, as you can see, so I'll get that repaired. I can get a new one of these for £90, and it should be here today. So I've taken the front bumper off, and you can't see it's around the other. I'll do another video on that when I get there. But yeah, that's about it. Not a whole great of work to report on, but I need to actually get the tonneau off as well at some point and see what the state of the roof is, because I've not seen it for a few years. So I'm hoping that all the windows will still be nice and clear. Try to clean up the visors as well. They come up quite nice, the original visors, and just painted the holders a bit, make them nice and black. And yeah, just a lot of cosmetics really. And let's say, mechanically she's absolutely sound. And I see on the Angular car auctions a nice lime green Triumph went for £7,500, which was quite astonishing really. It was mint, absolutely lovely, but I'm not really sure what I want to do with this 7. It's very easy to work on. Everything's still available for it. But yeah. Now I did have that hub securing screw somewhere. I wanted to show you. Like everything, I don't know where I dropped it down, but yeah. Just a brief update. Yeah. keeps me out of trouble. Alright, more later.